So you're thinking about moving to Yorba Linda, and you want to know what are the pros, but most of all, you want to know what are the cons.
The cons.
Yeah, because, everyone, when you're thinking about where you're going to live, where you're going to move to, you got to rule out the negative.
Take the good with the bad.
So we're going to talk about the pros and the cons. So after you watch this video, you're going to know, is Yorba Linda the right place for me?
So stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
What's up, everybody? I'm Sean Dezahd.
And I'm Courtney Dezahd.
And we're with Keller Williams Realty right here in Orange County, California. And if this is your first time in the channel and you want to know everything about working, eating, sleeping, living, and playing in Orange County, don't forget to click on the subscribe button and don't forget to click on the little bell so you're notified every time a new video comes out. Now, we get so many calls from people that are either looking to buy or sell a home in Orange County, and we absolutely love it. So whether you're thinking about moving to, moving from, or moving within Orange County, either give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email.
Or you can reach out to us via WhatsApp. However you want to get a hold of us, we've got your back. So when we were originally talking about doing this video, we were thinking of doing it only about the negatives.
Yeah, the cons. Be raw, just like, oh, you don't want to move here.
But unfortunately or at least for this video, we actually couldn't think.
Yeah, fortunately / unfortunately. Fortunately for Yorba Linda, not too many cons.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for our video, we couldn't make it just a pure cons video.
Yeah, I was even Googling it, just, grasping at straws, trying to think of answers, and there was not, Google was giving me nothing.
Yeah,
so.
it's like, a con. Its name is Yorba. Like, like that, we were grasping at straws here.
Yeah. Okay, so if we're going to talk about the cons, let's talk about, I would say the biggest con about Yorba Linda is probably the weather. So let's talk about that.
Yeah, the weather, I would say, okay, we always have to have the caveat. It's got great weather. Mm-hmm. However, when you're thinking about moving to Orange County, or let's say you're in Orange County, you're just thinking about that beautiful, that beachy weather, right? Like, it's just absolutely just beautiful Mediterranean climate. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, I would say that Yorba Linda doesn't quite have that. It's a little bit east. It's tucked up, nestled against the Santa Ana Mountains, basically. Mm-hmm. And it does get warmer there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would say, how many degrees hotter would you say than on the coast? Maybe 10?
Yeah, probably about, on the coast itself, yeah, probably about 10 degrees.
Yeah, so in the summer, it does get toasty. You do need air conditioning. I mean, again, this is nothing compared to, heat you're going to see in Miami or Las Vegas or something like that. But if you are thinking about moving to Southern California, probably one of the reasons is because the weather is just so fantastic here. And Yorba Linda, in terms of overall...
For Orange County standards. Not ideal. Mm-hmm. For the rest of the world standards, ideal.
Yes. For the rest of the world, ideal. For Orange County,
Yeah.
People will complain.
Yeah, so it's, again, if you want beach, like that sea breeze, you want that beach weather, that's not what you're going to find in Yorba Linda.
Yeah. Okay, so now let's start talking about a pro. So one of the pros...
And one of a million pros compared to the 3 cons.
Yeah. So one of the pros is the topography of Yorba Linda. And when we talk about that, what do we mean? Why does topography matter?
Yeah, so as we were mentioning before, it's nestled up against the Santa Ana Mountains, right? So basically, what you have with the topography is that it's a bit on the hillier side. Mm-hmm. And I personally love that kind of topography, especially if you're going to live here, because being flat, like Irvine's flat, right? It's kind of, in a lot of it at least. Mm-hmm. And you have that Brady Bunch kind of thing. And I'm sure we'll put a little Brady Bunch little snippet, but basically you have your house in the middle, and then you have this grid of 8 houses all around you because it's flat. And so basically you have no privacy. It feels like really everyone's kind of hovering over you.
Yeah.
In Yorba Linda, just because of that topography, it feels a little bit more spread out. Houses can't be as densely packed or packed in there, mm-hmm. and you tend to have views.
Mm-hmm, that's true. Yeah, you tend to have beautiful views of the mountains, and also you can see Anaheim Hills from many of the homes. And in the springtime, it's
just beautiful.
Yeah, in the springtime, it's very green. Obviously, in
summer
it gets pretty brown, but
pretty dry.
That's just normal. That's Southern California.
Yeah, that's how it is. Yeah, it's amazing when you're driving down the 405 freeway or wherever, and you're like, oh my gosh, these hills are like nice and green. It's so lush. And
it's for about 1 month of the year.
Yeah. That rain dries out. Yeah. It becomes just tinder.
Yeah. And then, okay, so let's talk about one con, because Sean mentioned tinder. Yorba Linda, because it is, butting against the foothills of the Santa Ana Mountains, it can have fire danger. So talk about the fire danger.
Yeah, so basically, like Orange County, if you look at it on a map, basically you're kind of seeing that anything you see that's green on that Google map or whatever.
Which is code for brown.
Exactly. Like the Cleveland National Forest or whatever. They're not. I mean, forests are like, they're not the traditional sense of what you think of a forest.
Yeah.
It's just, it's just like the Southern California landscape, right? And that landscape can sometimes catch on fire. And again, it can be a potential danger. Fortunately, we rarely ever have real fire dangers, especially affecting homes.
Loss. Yeah.
It's very rare. These firefighters are incredible. I've mentioned this ad nauseum, but these firefighters are incredible. The way they can save lives and structures, incredible. But having said that, Yorba Linda is one of those cities that butt up against this natural terrain, and they could be subject to maybe a possible evacuation order or these kind of things. And again, for me personally, not a concern because again, it's rare when any structure is lost.
Yeah, I mean, obviously this is public information. You can check for yourself, Google for yourself, go on the news. I mean, it is very rare to lose structures. I mean, it does happen rarely, and if fire is a super big concern for you, then maybe Yorba Linda is not the city for you.
Maybe a different city might be more apt one. And again, really, if you think about it, okay, it's one thing if you're on the front line of a stream of we're actually in some of these canyons where these homes are right up against it, right?
Yeah.
But in Yorba Linda, you have plenty of developments that are a mile, 2 miles in. The possibility of those properties being affected by a fire is very low. Yeah, very, very low.
If they were affected by a fire, you have bigger problems because there's some major stuff happening.
Yes, for sure.
So another pro about Yorba Linda is that it's really known for these big, huge, giant homes with lots of space. So talk about the kind of homes that are available in Yorba Linda.
Yeah, it's actually, Yorba Linda is kind of amazing. Obviously, you have your apartments, your condominiums, and your townhomes, but you do have houses, lots and lots of single-family residences that are detached homes. And you have different ages too, which is fascinating. So you have these properties that are built, in like the 1950s, 1960s, all the way up to actually they're being built today. I mean, we just went by several developments. They're building as we speak, and some of these houses are just. I mean, actually, a lot of these houses are huge. You have these 3-car garages. You have nice space. Your neighbors aren't crouched, just right up against you, and you got 3, 4, 5,000 square foot homes. I mean, these are if you're looking for more of a mansion or estate type of home, Yorba Linda is going to have a lot of that to offer for you.
Yeah, and then that goes into a con because Yorba Linda, it does have a lot of these massive homes. That means the price of these homes are rather high, right?
Moving up, yeah.
So cost of living is a con for Yorba Linda.
Yeah, so at the time of this recording, your Orange County median price point was about $950,000, roughly. Yorba Linda was about $1.2 million, right? So you're significantly higher than your median price point. And some of that has to do with just the fact that these homes tend to be on the bigger side. And two, obviously, Yorba Linda is a very desirable area. People want to go there because it has a lot of great attributes, which are going to lead to some other pros. One of which are is schools.
Yeah, so schools, this again is public information if you go on niche.com.
Yeah, and we're not steering you. We're just saying, we're just reporting what niche.com has to say.
So if you go, so Yorba Linda is part of the Placentia Yorba Linda Unified School District. Consistently, the schools in there get ranked extremely high. I think I was looking the other day, and I think almost every high school had an A+, which is really good.
Is that good?
Yeah.
A+ is good. Oh, that's amazing.
And I think I was reading, consistently, this is according to niche.com, the test scores are higher than average for the state and for the county. And so, Yorba Linda is known for having very good schools. So if that's important to you, it's a great school district from that respect.
Yes, definitely. And then leading to another pro that, people, again, are willing to pay these high prices for, like crime and safety.
Yeah, so again, you can go on niche.com and look at the statistics for crime and safety, for property crime, and for violent crime. And Yorba Linda is very low according to the average for the U.S. average, much, much below average. And then also safewise.com, they did a survey.
Is it .com or .net?
I don't know.
I don't know, it's one of those.
I'll put it up there. But Yorba Linda is one of the safest cities, according to safewise.com, in all of California.
I think they're top 10. I think that might be actually technically ranked higher than Irvine, which everyone, when you think of crime and safety, you tend to think of Irvine just because, for good reason. It's ranked number 1 out of cities over a population of 250,000 in the entire country.
According to FBI data.
Yeah, so technically speaking, given that Yorba Linda is about, I think, a population of about 67,000, 68,000, it's a little, it's actually ranks higher than Irvine.
Yeah, because Irvine, they're looking at the population too.
Yes.
So,
yeah, because Irvine has about 300,000 people.
Okay, so the next thing we're going to talk about is location. And this can be a pro and a con depending on where you are. I would say that if you are working in Irvine, which is really
Newport Beach.
Or Newport Beach, which is really the center of commerce for Orange County, I would say the location of Yorba Linda is definitely a con.
Yeah.
Because it's pretty far out there. I mean, you're very close to Corona, which is Riverside County. You're very close to Chino Hills.
And Diamond Bar.
Yeah, which is Riverside County. And Diamond Bar is...
LA County.
Yeah, LA County. So we get confused sometimes because it's all
they all meet right up there. Yeah, it's kind of amazing.
Yeah, but then on the same token, because Yorba Linda, it kind of sits in the middle. It's between basically Orange County, Los Angeles County, and Riverside County. So if you have a job where you need to be going to all throughout Southern California, it's actually a great location.
Yeah, it's actually fantastic because it's very easy. It's right, butts up against the 91 freeway, which also it's very close to the 55 freeway. So with the 55 freeway take you to the 5, you can go everywhere you need to go to very, very quickly from that perspective. It's very easy access. Now, quickly, we have to say
with the
caveat, because the next con we would say, and this is definitely a con, is that the traffic can tend to be horrific.
Yes, horrific. Anytime you're getting near LA County or Riverside County.
When you hear 91, you run.
Yeah.
It's 91 freeway is brutal.
And the 55. The 55 is brutal.
55 is like a nice little baby compared to how the monster the 91 is. Like 91
is... The 55 is horrific. I hate the 55.
And then you have 91, a whole other... You just roll over and just cry in fetal position.
And they supposedly, they have tolls that you can take. That doesn't help. It's just as backed
and
up.
It's expensive,
you have to pay $30. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, so the good news is about Yorba Linda is that, so the 55 freeway is actually pretty close. So it's right pretty much at the junction of where the 55 and 91 meet. So it's not so bad. Like as far as you can avoid the 91 aspect, so you can take the 55, deal with that. Again, I'm not gonna say it's easy because 55 can be pretty brutal. But 91, if you can avoid at all costs, I mean, it's pretty tough. Unless you know your timing right, you know exactly when to leave, and it all kind of blurs together these days because everyone has different work schedules.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those things.
Yeah. So traffic is a pretty major con, I'd say, of Yorba Linda.
Yes, for sure.
And just to further the location aspect of Yorba Linda, it is actually close to downtown Anaheim, which is the seat of entertainment for Orange County. So, if you're looking for things to do, Orange County...
Are there things to do in Anaheim? It's like everything is there, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's pretty incredible. I mean, whether you want to go to sporting events, which you have the Anaheim Ducks, and the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. So they are actually in Anaheim, even though they have Los Angeles in the name. But those are two, obviously, very big sports teams in Southern California. They're right, pretty close by. And then, of course, you have Disneyland. Everyone knows about Disneyland, which is just, there too. Downtown Disney, you have so many things you can do in that Anaheim area, and also the surrounding areas around it, like Buena Park's right there too. And so there's so many things to do that is so nice that Yorba Linda you don't feel that at all in Yorba Linda, right?
It's not touristy there.
Yeah, it's not encroaching upon you. But if you want to do the touristy stuff or do the entertainment stuff, very short trek to get there.
Yeah, and Anaheim also, if you're looking for good, great restaurants, great nightlife, Anaheim is definitely where it is.
It caters to that whole entertainment thing for sure.
Yeah.
Now I know we alluded to this a little bit earlier, but that location aspect and the kind of the topography and therefore the views, we want to hammer home that it is, the landscape itself is very beautiful.
Yeah, I would say Yorba Linda is a very beautiful, charming city just because it is, it's in the foothills of the Santa Ana Mountains, so you get a lot of beautiful views, and it's nice.
It's very clean. I mean, it just has that really it just really is cute. I mean, I just love. Again, it's just so nice. The canyons, the hills, the mountains, the views. I mean, it's just so beautiful there. I mean, I can totally see why people are willing to pay the big bucks to live in Yorba Linda.
Yeah, for sure. So that's it. That's our video.
Now, if you see that really cool house online that you want to check out and you want to go see, you got to reach out to us. So either give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email.
Or you can reach out to us via WhatsApp. However you want to get a hold of us, we've got your back.